Video In. The Video In menu's main function is to configure input parameters. Here we will introduce the menus, submenus, functions, and usage. Choose the setting key to enter into its menu and move the cursor to Video In. At the top of the menu, Video In CH selects the video channel to be adjusted. The values 1 to 8 correspond to the card slots for input at the back. Here we will select Channel 1 to adjust. The first item on the submenu is Input Type and varies according to the fitted input board. Types of input include YUV, YC, and CV. With DV and SDI boards, there is no selection to be made. A DVI board or VGA DVI or VGA D-sub signals to be used. Since we have chosen Channel 1 and the signal source is YC, we will choose the option YC. The second submenu is Brightness. This sets the brightness of the input channel. The adjustable parameters range in increments from -99 to +99. The third menu is Contrast. This sets the contrast for the input channel. The adjustable parameters are incremental and between -99 to +99. The fourth menu is Saturation. This sets the color saturation of the input channel. Parameters range between -99 to +99. Rotating the adjustment knobs clockwise incrementally increases the value, and conversely rotating the knob anti-clockwise will decrease the value. The fifth submenu is RGB Correction. This function adjusts the input signal's RGB and offset color and is corrected by the joystick. To use this function, select by moving the cursor to RGB Correction, use the Enter key or click Adjust knob while the cursor is flashing. Enable the RGB key and use the joystick to choose the desired colors. Deselect RGB key, select Escape key to complete the setup. To adjust preset color positions, simply press Reset key for 2 seconds in adjustment mode. The sixth submenu, AGC, is used to turn automatic gain control on or off and applies only for S-Video, YC, and composite inputs. The seventh menu is 7.5 IRE. This sets the IRE black level from 0 to 7.5 and applies to NTSC setup only. Now that we have gone through configuration of the input card, we will move on to introduce the SDI input cards and their operations. As SDI input only has one connector interface, input type is displayed as SDI with no other selection option. The second to fifth submenu and board configuration setup is the same. Variables include brightness, contrast, saturation, and RGB correction, and these can be changed and configured. The sixth submenu, VITC decode, is used to allow SDI embedded timecode to be decoded and displayed within the video time frame, between line 19 to line 6 and off. The default value is line 19. The 7th submenu is VITC POS. This setting allows the display time code to be placed either at the top or the bottom of the video frame. There are 15 positions to choose from, 0 to 15. The 8th submenu is VER offset of SDI in. This sets the vertical offset of the SDI input channel with values range from 0 to 32. The 9th submenu is SDI audio channel. This selects the SDI audio input channel for de-embedding. Values range from half, 3/4, 5/6, 7/8, 9/10, 11/12, 13/14, 15/16. Mute, that is not embedded SDI audio. Up until now, we have fully configured the SDI input card section. Next, we will take a look at the DV1394 input card's configuration and setup. Configuring the DV input card is very simple. As the menu's first item and 6th, 7th item cannot be adjusted, configuration is fixed. And the other 4 items are used in the same way as the analog input card. That is to say, adjustable parameters include the DV input card's display brightness, contrast, saturation, and RGB correction. The rest are not configurable. Lastly, let us have a look at VGA DVI input card's setup and configuration. In the setup of input type, only VGA D-sub and DVI options are available. Each corresponds to the computer signal and SE900's VGA or DVI connection. The 4 options after that, including the earlier explanations and the other input card's configuration, are the same and will not be covered here. The 8th submenu, VGA DVI input mode, is set to match the resolution of the computer graphic display output, such as 800 by 600, 1024 by 768, 1280 by 1024. The configuration and the resolution of the computer signal has to be aligned in order to get the best output effects. If the output shows a flashing black display, it is likely due to an incorrect resolution selected. Change the computer signal output resolution or change the SE900 input mode to fix this. The 9th submenu is VGA DVI display size. This adjusts the computer signal display input to the SE900 at either 95% or 90% according to the desired requirements. At this point, the Video In menu has been completely introduced. Next, we will move on and take a look at the Video Out menu.